Do you have any plans in your office? Will you be resigning? Any plans on the future so far? Did you tell any people to change their address?
It started with a walk-up. That's Edinburg Mayor Richard Molina and his wife turning themselves into authorities. Both now charged in ongoing fraud investigation. That's voter fraud investigation. Tonight, both out on bond.
In fact, this picture appeared on the city's Facebook page shortly after 2 p.m. today. It shows Mayor Molina back at work within hours of his arraignment. Court documents show during the time of his campaign, Molina was registered as a voter registrar in Hidalgo County. That meaning he helped people register to vote. Channel 5's Taylor Winkle checked with the Secretary of State to see if that's a conflict of interest.
The Secretary of State says it's not. There's no laws against a candidate or campaign worker serving as a voter registrar as long as they meet specific qualifications set by the state. In fact, the only requirements are you have to be at least 18 years old, a U.S. citizen, and a registered voter in the county you're applying in. Today, we talked to the Hidalgo County Elections Department about the application process to become a registrar. Edinburg citizens turning out for early voting worried tonight.
I'm concerned about future elections, yes. There's always something new coming up.
Andres Villalpando isn't the only person uncomfortable with the political climate in his own backyard after learning the charges Mayor Molina is facing. 1 count of engaging in organized election fraud and 2 counts of illegal voting during the time the mayor was campaigning and registered as a volunteer deputy voter registrar, or VDR, for Hidalgo County, actively registering people to vote.
Not anyone can just register people. If you are not trained, if you have not received this training, then you are not allowed by law.
It's something Molina would have had to apply for through the county and sit through an hour-long state-mandated class reviewing the do's and don'ts, what's illegal and what's not.
When they do become a volunteer deputy, we always tell them, first and foremost, you are a volunteer deputy for the county of Hidalgo. And that is what we stress in our training. Not just because you're a candidate, you're only going to offer that application to just the individual that you want. It would be to everybody out there, not just those individuals.
Belinda Sagrero is a voter registrar manager with Hidalgo County. She and elections administrator Ivan Ramon tell Channel 5 News it's both the registrar and the voter's responsibility to make sure the information they're filling out on their registration form is correct and true.
You're registering individuals that you don't know who they are. So that's, we tell them once that the individual signs the application, they're testing that what is on the application is true and correct. So at this point, you will not know whether they are lying or not.
The application to become a registered voter is an affidavit itself, a legal document. When you sign it, you're stating the information you've provided is true. So if I register to vote with a registrar and I lie about the city I live in to vote in an election that's not mine, I'm the one breaking the law. But my voter registrar, they have a duty to make sure I don't do that, according to Ramon.
Have the responsibility to make sure that they're correctly filled out. You have the responsibility to make sure that you are advising them and answering their questions, that you yourself are knowledgeable.
Back out on the streets, Villalpando says he's lived in the city for nearly 20 years. He's not going to let this news slow him down.
It makes me want to vote more, so hopefully my vote can make a difference in the election or the outcome of an election.
I would never hope that people would be dissuaded or disappointed, but in fact encouraged to continue to become knowledgeable and to know the elections that I'm supposed to participate in, because it matters. My vote matters.
Elections officials agree. Similarly, there's no law against a registrar registering voters at a campaign rally or event for a specific candidate. As Hidalgo County Elections touched on, a registrar must offer registration to anybody who requests it. Reporting live in the studio, Taylor Winkle, Channel 5 News at 10.